So we went down to Florida to see my mother's friend, and while we were down there, we went to see my aunt too. The both of them have timeshares in Florida. My aunt hooked up my mother's friend Rhonda years ago with the timeshare, and now she don't even want the fucking timeshare, and she's stuck with it. And every time my mother's talking to her on the phone, wherever they go to lunch, all she does is complain about the timeshare. Rhonda is someone that whenever she comes back from a cruise or she goes on a vacation, she comes back sick. Every time she comes back from anywhere, she comes back sick and she starts spreading her fucking disease, whatever she picked up, wherever she went. She infected the whole complex where she lives with the timeshares. So Rhonda wanted us to come down and meet this new guy that she's seeing because she's afraid that this guy is gonna propose to her. She says she don't like him, but she's afraid to break up with him because she said she feels bad. And she still keeps going out with him because she's afraid to say why she doesn't like him. She says he's so nice and everything, but the main reason that she doesn't want to be going out with him anymore, she says, is because his hands are tiny and pink. She met him on Hinge. I told her, if you don't like his fucking hands, then leave him. And she's like, no, I don't wanna. I feel bad, that's not nice. It doesn't look good. I told her, another bitch will come along. So as soon as we get to Rhonda's condo, we're gonna stay with her, the water in the bathroom and the water coming out of the faucets smell like farts. This is just like how it is at my aunt's place too. Fart water. And then after you shower and you brush your teeth, you smell like a big fart and you have fart breath. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I don't know what the fuck is going on with their water down there. I was spraying Lysol all over in my hair. I didn't care if it got in my mouth. I don't give a shit if I got sick. So we go out to dinner with Rhonda and the new guy, and I see his hands. His hands look like they should be on a hamster. And I'm not making fun or anything. He didn't have anything wrong with him. It's just that his hands were fucking bad. They were little tiny pink hands on a man. And then when he had a cigar, it looked weird to see the hamster hand holding a cigar. And he didn't care. He was very confident, he was talking, he was telling jokes, he was laughing at his own jokes. He thought, he thinks he's funny. And Rhonda was laughing hard at his jokes, it was so funny. He talked about his kids going to college the whole time. And he's making jokes and he didn't really talk much about, anybody but himself. We ordered the shrimp cocktail for the table. But when I saw his hand holding the fucking shrimp, I couldn't take it. I couldn't eat. I felt sick. I felt nauseous when I saw that. And he was taking them all. And then, you know what? He didn't even pay for us. He didn't even fucking pay for Rhonda. He didn't even pay for Rhonda. He didn't even pay for Rhonda. She paid for herself. They used they split everything with the credit cards. And then, after dinner, me and my mother, we were that was planned. That was planned. So he didn't have to pay for all of us. Oh, and I forgot to add, on top of all this fucking shit, what was really weird was he had the hairiest arms I ever saw, but the hands had no hair. No hair at all on the hands. It looked like he was wearing black sleeves with no hair on the hands. I was scared. I feel this is not good. I don't like this. So anyway, we were saying, he probably said to her, you should pay for yourself tonight because, your friend is going to be there, her daughter's going to be there. So my mother says no. She goes, I don't think that's what happened. She goes, I think that Rhonda is the one that said, I don't want you to have to pay for them. It's not fair. Just because you're the man doesn't mean that you have to pay for, you just mean, this is my friend, that's her daughter, So I'll pay for myself. I'll use my own credit card. And then everything will be fine. And he was like, okay. I took my whole week off. I wasted my whole week so I could go down to Florida and see a man with tiny pink hands smoking a cigar. And then guess what? He proposed to Rhonda, and she said yes like an asshole. And now, all she does is complain on the phone to my mother about how much she hates this guy, and she can't stand looking at his hands. And that's it. That's all she talks about. You know what? When you're a man with tiny pink hands, and you don't pay for dinner, you got yourself a fucking problem.